The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. My name is Ron Juckett, and boy, do I need to shave off that mustache. And do this for that. Welcome to the program for this 20th day of August, 2024. Tonight, we feature the Boston Red Sox. I also need a haircut. And the Oakland A's. The A's are 6 games out of first place and third place in the American League West. The Twins and Royals will start the last of their 4 games of the season tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, from Minnesota. And Minnesota leads the season series. And if they should finish tied, the Twins and the, how you doing, Ben? And the Kansas City Royals, at this point, the game 163 would be in Minneapolis. The Red Sox have fallen into second place in the American League East, and it's not because the Red Sox have played poorly. It is that the Tigers have won 15 straight. They just can't lose, kind of like Parker Lewis. So the Red Sox come in a game, I believe, out of first place behind the Tigers. The A's are 6 back of the Twins, but they still have a lot of work to do. And so the schedule this week is tonight, it'll be the Red Sox and the A's from Oakland. I'll be managing the Red Sox, not the A's. Tomorrow at noon, it's Minnesota and Kansas City from the Metrodome in Minneapolis. And then Thursday at 11:30, the doubleheader will be Minnesota and Kansas City, again, the Friday night game, and followed by the Dodgers and the Mets. The Mets are in first, the Dodgers are in second. So lots of important pennant baseball for you. This week, the first of 4 games is right now. Someone should brush my hair. I guess it's kind of late for that. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1988 tonight from Oakland Alameda Coliseum in Oakland, California. It is the Boston Red Sox and the Oakland A's. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So it'll be Mike Smithson versus Storm Davis here on a Chamber of Commerce afternoon in Oakland, California. Smithson 7-5, a 4.27 ERA. Davis 14-8 with a 3.76 ERA. The Red Sox have hit him hard, but they haven't beat him. And old friend Dave Henderson has an 11-game hitting streak. As we get going. Davis, as we said, 14-8 with a 3.76 ERA. Making start 28 of 33 on the year. 27 years old, fastball at 91, a ground ball pitcher. 14-8, a 3.76 ERA. Good evening, Tribe fan. How are you? Ben is looking to get banned already, rooting for the A's. I had no idea, Tribe fan, that storm that you went through was that bad. We'll get into that a little bit later. Davis's last appearance, or last start, was against the Orioles on the 26th. This, by the way, is the last day of August, Wednesday the 31st, 1988. In a 6-3 win, he went 8 innings, 118 pitches, 6 hits, a solo home run, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Davis, 167 in the 3rd innings, 163 hits, 76 runs, 70 earned, 12 homers, he walked 76 and struck out 123. And the lineup he will face. Come on, there we go. Leading off for the Red Sox will be Wade Boggs at third base. Jody Reed at second, will bat second. Dwight Evans in right will go third. Mike Greenwell cleans up in left. Ellis Burks in center batting fifth. Todd Benzinger at first will go sixth. Larry Parrish is your DH, he'll bat seventh. Spike Owen at short will go eighth, and Rick Cerrone behind the plate will bat ninth, and Davis can go about 7 if all goes well. 5 tornadoes in northeast Ohio. You get the high wind out of that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's the defense for Oakland. Louis Polonia is a 5 and a 3 in left. Dave Henderson is a 7 and a 4 in center. Canseco a 6 and a 9 in right. Carney Lansford a 4 at third. Walt Weiss an 8 at short. Glenn Hubbard a 6 at second. Mark McGuire a 7 at first. Ron Hasse a 5 and a 4 behind the plate. Now Oakland has a better record than Boston, which they did in real life. 77 and 56 coming into this game, but they are 6 games behind the Twins and 4 games behind Kansas City. So they need the Twins and Royals to split, and the A's need to get hot. This is game 133. They have 29 left after this. So this is game 132 for the Red Sox. They have 30 left, including this, and they are 76 and 55. And again, the Tigers have caught fire, winning 15 straight. I'm having a good day so far, JT. How about you? I'm not going to ban you, Ben. Don't worry about it. Wade Boggs steps in at 359, 3 homers and 70 RBI. And Davis starts this one with a ground ball to first, McGuire to the bag, and that is 1 out. I have become a follower on YouTube of the USS Cod. And no, it's not a sandwich you find at Wendy's. Here's Jody Reed at 283, no homers and 26 RBI. The Cod is a World War II sub that has been lovingly restored. Obviously dry docked. It's not in a museum, or they didn't realize that it was actually in Lake Erie. It's in Cleveland. And the pitch to Reed. Here's a base hit into right center field. Canseco will pick it up on a hop. And so the Red Sox have a 1-out hit. For Dwight Evans hitting 286, 23 homers and 86 RBI. So in those series of storms that knocked poor Tim's power out for God knows how long. Glad you're doing well, JT. The Cod, which was built, which I believe went into service in 1943 and did 7 war patrols during World War II, nearly dry docked herself because the water got so high. Absolutely crazy. Pitch to Evans. Dewey hits this one into right. Canseco will grab it on a hop again, and the Red Sox have runners on first and second, 1 out for Greenwell. Mike at 328, 19 homers and 108 RBI. Observe how nice the Oakland Coliseum used to look. This look is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It was perfect before Mount Davis. Yeah. I'm not sure that the city and the team would have agreed on whatever. I mean, 1968 is a long time ago. Older than I am. But it's a shame. I think this look was the best for the ballpark. And it was ruined. Yep, Tuesday through Sunday, Tribe Fan says, morning without power 2 weeks ago. First and second for Gator. Line drive foul, right side. McGuire can't get there, and the count is 1-2. So Davis has already thrown 22 pitches here in the top of the first. The 1-2 to Greenwell, that misses outside, 2-2. So Reed on second, Evans on first. We hope to tape Digital Dice tomorrow. Dave is so excited about his trip out to Canton for the Gridiron Football, essentially convention, sponsored by the Appa Football Club. And CJ the dog is doing a lot better, thank you very much. And so we haven't had a chance to tape, and we hope to do so tomorrow. Pitch to 2-2 to Greenwell. Popped up, Hasse behind the plate. He goes to the screen, and the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. And so Mr. Gardner will be streaming at some point during the Gridiron tournament or convention. And so watch for that on his channel, and I will be there via StreamYard for some of that. You're, no pun intended. I have my glasses on, but I'm in a foul mood now. Uh-oh, Ben, what's the matter? The 2-2 to Greenwell. And that's outside, 3-2. So Mike has worked the count full. Davis deals. And Greenwell draws the walk. So bases loaded, 1 out for Ellis Burks, hitting .285, 16 homers, 85 RBI. So noontime tomorrow, and then 11:30 on Thursday. So the first of 4 games for you this week as we come down the stretch. Burks, slow ground ball to Davis. Storm goes to the plate, and they get Jody Reed. So a good trade. Reed was going home anyway, and Davis threw him out. So 1-2 on the putout. 2 out for Todd Benzinger. Todd B., who lists George Hendrick as his all-time favorite person, hitting .271, 9 homers, and 47 RBI. If Davis could get out of this unscathed, that would be amazing. Pitch to Benzinger. Fly ball to right, and that's going to hook foul. I put some stuff in the wrong spot when I made the stadium. So 1-2 the count again. And Benzinger trying to get something out of nothing here. Davis deals. Benzinger line drive to Weiss. The Red Sox will leave him loaded. And they get nothing. Absolutely nothing. Half an inning in the books. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Red Sox nothing. Here come the A's. And when you look at Mike Smithson's numbers, you realize the Red Sox are going to need to put 4 or 5 on the board. Yep, the Red Sox are still the Red Sox. Film at 11. Thanks, JT. Smithson is 7-5 on the year with a 4.27 ERA, which is about 1.7 runs below real life. He is making his 14th of 18 starts. He's 33 years old, fastball at 85, and a fly ball pitcher. And now will work in a place like Oakland. He last pitched a week ago against the Angels. In a 7-2 win, he went 2 innings, 28 hits out of and 28 pitches out of the pen with 1 hit. Don't get Ben all excited there thinking he gave up 28 hits in 2 innings. It was 28 pitches. Overall for Mike, 97 innings, 83 hits, 56 runs, 46 earned. He's allowed 20 home runs. And don't you think Canseco McGuire, just looking at the chops at that, he's walked 33 and struck out 56. And this will be the lineup Oakland throws out there. Louis Polonia leads off in left. Dave Henderson in his 11-game hitting streak will bat second in center field. Jose Canseco in right will go third. Dave Parker is the DH today. He'll clean up. Mark McGuire at first will bat fifth. Carney Lansford at third will go sixth. Ron Hassey behind the plate will bat seventh. Glenn Hubbard at second will bat eighth. Walt Weiss at short goes ninth. And Smithson, who can go about 6 on a good day, is on the mound. Carney Lansford, honestly, is the one player I worried about the most. I mean, Canseco and McGuire have prodigious power, even if they didn't enjoy their vitamin B12 shots. But Lansford was just such a good hitter. Defensively for Boston, it'll be Mike Greenwell, a 5 and a 3 in left. Ellis Burks is 7 and a 5 in center. Dwight Evans is 6 and an 8 in right. Wade Boggs is a 7 at third. Spike Owen a 7 at short. Jody Reed a 3 at second. Todd Benzinger a 2 at first. Cerrone a 7 and a 4 behind the plate. And Smithson is a 5 with an .870 fielding percentage. Yeah, 20's a lot. Even Brad Radke would say that's not good. Polonia can bunt. He's at .275, a home run, and 14 RBI. He's not Ricky Henderson. He will drop one down. I thought about playing him in at the corners, and Polonia reaches with a lead-off bunt single. Benzinger with a bad play didn't help. So that'll bring up Hendu hitting .290. An 11-game hitting streak, as we said, 21 homers and 87 RBI. Smithson, as we said, a fly ball pitcher in at Fenway Park in the 80s. That wasn't very good. Throw to first. Polonia back. Now he works on Henderson. Throw down to Reed, and Polonia has his 15th steal of the year. Saw that one coming. And until in '89, obviously, when Ricky Henderson traded back from the Yankees, then Oakland, becomes the speedy unit that they're trying to be. That doesn't make any sense. Pitch to Henderson, ball 4. So Smithson off like a herd of thundering turtles here. Here's Canseco. Jose at 307, 32 homers. He has 38 steals. I think he's going to get the 40 steal part of it. And he should, with a month to go, have a good chance to hit 32. What is it? Ohtani has a chance to be the first 45-45 player? That's insane. Pitch to Canseco. There's a ground ball to Owen. They should get 2 out of this. Nope. They go to first to get Jose. I don't know why they didn't try for Henderson at second. Anyway, it's second and third and 1 out. For Dave Parker, hitting .261, 8 homers, and 42 RBI. Smithson from the set. Ground ball to Reed. They'll concede the run. And throw to Benzinger for the out. So Henderson moves to third. Polonia will score, and it's 1-0 Oakland. So here's McGuire hitting .268, 30 home runs, and 92 RBI. Smithson deals. McGuire strikes out. And so after all that, a 2-2 fastball swung on and missed. All that, and we just got 1 run combined. So Smithson threw 22 pitches. Here come the Red Sox in the second, because I know what the heck I'm doing. 1 run for Oakland. They hit no errors. After 1-0. So here's Larry Parrish at .277, 7 homers and 25 RBI. Ricky Henderson would have 200 steals by today's rules. What did he do in '82? It was 135, wasn't it? Pitch to Parrish, and Larry draws the walk. I remember watching a preseason football game that year, and they would break into the football game to show Henderson anytime that he was on first to see if they could get him with the stolen base record. You imagine that now? First of all, them showing a baseball highlight during a football game. But to show a stolen base. Spike Owen at .244, 7 homers and 36 RBI. Pitch to Owen. I should have bunted. He draws the walk. So Davis isn't covering himself in clover here. First and second, a full count walk. The fastball missed upstairs. Here's Cerrone at .246, 3 homers and 29 RBI. If Ohtani stays healthy, it doesn't seem to be that much he can't do. No, I agree with that, JT. He tends to make the superlative look fairly routine. I should read that as Scully, because that was well written, JT. If Ohtani stays healthy, there doesn't seem to be much he can't do. He tends to make the superlative look fairly routine. Just kind of like my friend Jackie Robinson when we went ice skating together up in the Catskills back in the 50s. Pitch to Cerrone. There's a base hit into center field. Henderson will grab it. Parrish rounds third and holds, and for the second straight inning, the Red Sox have him loaded. Nobody out for Wade Boggs. Davis, an opening 9 that is forgettable. 49 pitches, 1 inning plus, 3 hits, and 3 walks. And don't forget, on the way home tonight, if you're in the ballpark, to stop at Union 76 to get your Dodger trading stamps. Fill up your tank with Union 76 Premium and have your chance to win a one-on-one autograph or one-of-one autograph from Tommy Lasorda and Shohei Ohtani. How they did that, I do not know. Catch the spirit of 76. There, does that work for you? So Boggs is 0 for 1. The Red Sox have him loaded. Parrish on third. Owen on second. Cerrone on first. Pitch to Boggs. Ground ball to Davis. He goes to the plate, and they don't get Parrish. It worked in the first. It's not going to work in the second. So the Red Sox have tied the ball game on the... Technically, is that a hit? No, it's a fielder's choice. And so here's Jody Reed. He singled his first time up. No, Ben, where are you? Quick Trip. Thanks. Pitch to Jody Reed. Jody hits a slow chopper down to Lansford. That's going to score one, maybe. Hubbard, they'll get Boggs at second. The throw to first is not in time. Reed will reach. Owen scores, and the Red Sox have another run on the board. One out, runners on the corners for Dwight Evans. Dewey, his single. His first time up. West Central Wisconsin. So you'd have Vince Lombardi AI doing ads for cheese. Near Eau Claire. That was a Gilbert O'Sullivan song. Eau Claire. Pitch to Dewey. There's a ground ball to Weiss. They should get two out of it. Cerrone's going to try and score. Hubbard for one to throw to McGuire, and they will turn it. However, the Red Sox get two across here in the second. And a couple of hits. They've only left on four through an inning and a half. And after that, it is Boston 2, Oakland 1. Oh, you're closer to the Vikings. So it'll be Lansford, Hasse, and Hubbard to face Smithson here in the second. Davis has thrown 57 pitches. Good gracious. Carney at 281, 9 homers, and 63 RBI. There's a fly ball, right field. Evans has it. And to quote someone from Fargo, does he make the out? You betcha. So here's Ron Hasse at 273, 6 homers, and 28 RBI. Smithson winds and fires. Base hit, right field. So this one is not going to be a pitcher's duel. So for those of you who are going to do the RJL thing in about 40 minutes, well, hopefully be close to done. So one out for Hubbard. Glenn at 266, 3 homers, and 25 RBI. Pitch to Hubbard. Bunts it back foul, or foul tips it, and the count is 2-2. So the 2-2 to Glenn. Struck him out. A breaking ball right down the plate. And there's 2 out for Walt Weiss at 256, a homer and 45 RBI. A lot of runners getting on. Yep, this is going to be a bullpen game for sure. Pitch to Weiss. Struck him out. Smithson's fan 3. A shutdown inning from a pitcher in this game? Holy Toledo. No runs, a hit, no errors. After 2 innings here at Oakland, it's 2-1 Boston. So Greenwell, Burks, and Benzinger here in the third. Mike walked his first time up. There's a base hit in the right center field, and Canseco will pick it up on a hop. And the Red Sox are timing Davis very well. That's 4 hits and 6 outs. Here's Burks. He's 0 for 1. They throw to first, and Greenwell is back. So tomorrow, noon Eastern, for the Twins and the Royals from Minneapolis. And then Thursday, the doubleheader. Royals and Twins, Mets and Dodgers. Bill King reference. Well, we try to do equal time here, JT. Bill King, I believe, was criminally underrated. Pitch to Burks. Round ball to Davis. He goes to Hubbard for 1. And there's no throw to first, so Burks is on. 1 out for Benzinger. Todd is 0 for 1. I mean, King was the excellent announcer for the Raiders, both in Oakland and Los Angeles, and then back to Oakland. the holy roller play, and on NFL films, and Ben's out on the field. The ref says to get your big butt back on the sideline. He does. But all the years with the A's, and I finally have heard, pitch to Benzinger, by the way, is a balk. Burks goes to second. I have finally heard Bill King's call of Gibson's home run in the 88 series. And considering that he's on the losing end of that, it is a phenomenal call. Scully, I don't think gets enough credit for that call. Jack Buck is the one you hear. Don Drysdale called it for the Dodgers on KABC. And that's a tremendous call. But Bill King, called it for the A's, equally good job. Pitch to Benzinger. Todd strikes out. Davis finally got somebody on an 0-2 fastball. 2 out for Larry Parrish, who walked and scored his first time up. And Bill King called Warrior games for a long, long time. The antics of Rick Barry and all that. So Bill King, I believe, is one of the rare people to have called a championship locally for 3 different sports. He was so suited for the Raiders in Oakland for that market. Absolutely. Just so laid back. Yep, Drysdale made the Casey at the bat reference. Casey did not strike out. I've never heard Drysdale's voice get driven that high. Drysdale is another guy I thought never got his due as a good announcer. Pitch to Larry Parrish. Struck him out, so Davis settles in a bit. The Red Sox only leave on 1. They get a hit, no runs, and no errors. Go to the bottom of the third here in Oakland, 2-1 Boston. So top of the lineup, Polonia, Henderson, and Canseco to face Smithson. Opening 9 for Mike, 40 pitches, 2 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. A run is earned. Polonia singled, stole a base, and scored. Pitch to Louis. Struck him out. That's 4 for Smithson. An 0-2 fastball that he looked at. So here's Hendu. Hendu has walked. Got him. A good morning and a good afternoon. Mr. Smithson ate his Wheaties. An 0-2 fastball got him looking. So here's Canseco, who is 0 for 1. So Smithson feeling pretty confident now. A shaky start for both of these pitchers. But Davis settled down in the third. And here's Smithson to Canseco. Fly ball right field. Evans is there. Dewey makes the catch, and that'll do. So a clean inning for Smithson. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the fourth. 2-1 Boston. So Owen, Cerrone, and Boggs to face Davis. I'm trying to think if anyone else is called in the same market 3 different championship franchises. Pitch to Owen. Spike hits this one into right center. Henderson is there. 1 out. Rick Cerrone singled his first time up. The season's run so long now that you're almost halfway through the Major League season by the time the NBA and the NHL finish up. Pitch to Cerrone. Struck him out. A 1-2 fastball inside, and there's 2 away here in the fourth. Wade Boggs is 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice and had an RBI in the second. Davis, 78 pitches, 18 batters, 3 2/3, 4 hits, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. I can't think of anyone else either, JT. It's possible to do both baseball and football, because that was certainly a lot more common back in the 50s and the 60s. Pitch to Boggs. Ground ball to Weiss. Over to McGuire. And that will do it for the Red Sox here in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 3.5, Red Sox 2, A's 1. So here are the standings. Again, the Red Sox haven't played terrible baseball. Detroit just hasn't lost in 2 weeks. So the Tigers lead the Red Sox by 1 and Toronto by 2.5. And the fact that the Tigers have exploded has pretty much made that a 3-team race. New York, Milwaukee, and Cleveland are pretty much done. In fact, Baltimore has been eliminated. In the West, Minnesota has a winning record. They have the best record in baseball. Kansas City and the Mets have the second best record. And Oakland, at 77-56, would lead the NL West. They're 6 back. In the National League East, the Mets' magic number is 19 as we close out August. And Cincinnati has a 3-game lead on the Dodgers in the West. Here's Dave Parker. He's 0 for 1. He has an RBI. He had called the Warriors for years, and he was good at it. White Sox set the new record for earliest calendar date to be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. And that's with all the new spots in there. Yep. Imagine that. Your season's done in the middle of August. So you can go watch the Bears now and pretend that your quarterback is going to get you the Super Bowl this year. It isn't happening this year. Parker up the middle. Burks had it played perfectly. 1 out. Or Mark McGwire, who struck out his first time up. Smithson deals, and McGwire draws the walk. I hope Grady Sizemore enjoys the experience. I mean, he can't do any worse. But you got to figure that someone took the chance on him. He's 41 years old. That's pretty young for a manager. And that obviously he won't finish. He won't be their manager next year, I wouldn't think. But he'll get another shot, I'm sure. Carney Lansford's 0 for 1. Up the middle, Owen. Reed for 1. And Lansford's going to reach as the throw to first is late. So it's a 6-4 fielder's choice. Here's Hassey, who singled. How you doing, Mike? He used to win 38, 39 games. Yeah. I mean, it's just... When we had on J. Thomas Hetrick to talk about the 1899 Cleveland Spiders, and that's one of those things that you suck. There's just no nice way to say that. And there's still a month to go in the season. Ron Hassey singled his first time up. Popped up, left side, Owen. A rainmaker on this beautiful day in Oakland. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the 5th here in Oakland. It's Boston 2, Oakland 1. So Jody Reed, Dwight Evans, and Mike Greenwell to face Storm Davis. Jody 1 for 2. He had that RBI single in the second. And then Davis is kind of settled right in. The White Sox have to win 13 games over the next 5 weeks to avoid 120 losses. That's, imagine that, knowing that you are the worst team in modern baseball history. How you doing, DJ John? Pitch to Jody. There's a line drive right center. That's extra bases. Canseco has to get it. Reed's not stopping at second. He's going for 3. Weiss's throw to third is not in time, and Jody has his first triple of the year. And that's a big one because now, with nobody out, the Red Sox have a pretty good chance of making this a 2-run ballgame. And speaking of which, here's Dwight Evans. He's 1 for 2. He has singled and grounded into a double play. Up the middle for a base hit. So Reed will score. Evans has a single. And it's now 3-1 Boston. It's for Mike Greenwell, who has singled and walked. So if you joined us late, the Red Sox have fallen out of first place, not because they haven't played well, but the Tigers have a 15-game winning streak, which I think someone asked me a while ago. Yep, Davis is getting stormed. If I remember what the longest winning streak I've ever had is, this has got to be it. 15's a lot. Evans on first. Greenwell 1-for-1. Ground ball to Lansford. No play at second. Greenwell's hustling, and Micus beats it out. So it's an infield hit. So first and second, still nobody out for Ellis Burks, who is 0-for-2. Oakland just never plays well on the stream. Pitch to Burks. There's a line drive foul left side, and somebody from Berkeley made the catch. It's 0-2. 3-1 Red Sox. Nobody out. Top of the fifth. 2 on, and an 0-2 count to Burks, who takes the ball inside. 1-2. If the A's are going to make this close, these are the games they have to win. Outside, 2-2. Curveball missed upstairs. 2-2. Oh, just high. Davis was hoping for it. And so after getting ahead 0-2, Burks has worked it full. So Evans on third, Greenwell, or second rather. Greenwell on first. A full count to Ellis Burks. Here's the payoff pitch. Popped up behind the plate. Hassey to the screen, and that is out of play. So Davis is now working on his 99th pitch, and there's nobody out here in the fifth. The 3-2. Walked him. So Evans on third, Greenwell on second, Burks at the plate for Todd Benzinger, who's 0-for-2. How you doing, Forrest? So the bases are loaded to Red Sox for the second time tonight. They couldn't score in the first. Hassey reminds Davis that they still have a chance for October if you get... Base hit right center. Evans scores. Greenwell scores. Burks into third. And Todd B has his 30th double of the year. And they stopped the game so George Hendrick can autograph the poster. So it's now 5-1 Boston. Here's Larry Parrish, who's 0-for-1. He has walked and struck out. Yeah, I don't know why the computer would not yank him at this point. Remember, Red Sox games, I manage Boston. So we'll see. Nope, stays in the ball game. Line drive left side and out of play. So someone from San Jose made that catch, and it's a ball and 2 strikes, although the outcome box is heavily in favor of Davis. The 1-2. Ground ball left side, base hit. Burks is going to score. Poloni does not have a great arm, but they'll hold Benzinger, and it's now 6-1. So here's Spike Owen, who was 0-for-1. He has walked and scored. And again, that really should be it for Storm Davis. It is not. Ground ball to Hubbard. Benzinger should score. They're going to try for 2. Hubbard to Weiss for 1. But Owen's going to reach as there is no throw. And now the Red Sox have kind of opened the floodgates here in the fifth. It's 7-1. For Rick Cerrone, good slide by Larry Parrish to knock Walt Weiss on his tushy. Rick Cerrone is 1-for-2. He is singled and struck out. Davis stays in the game. That's in the left center field. Back goes Henderson. And that'll take us to the break. No? No, there's only 2 out. For Wade Boggs, who is 0-for-3. So Davis, 119 pitches, 27 batters. 4 2/3, 9 hits. He has walked 4 and struck out 3. And the Red Sox lead at 7-1. So Owen on first. Boggs 0-for-3 with an RBI. That came in the second on a fielder's choice. Wade, a slow ground ball to Lansford. Carney with a throw over to McGuire. Boggs is running, and Wade is out on a bang-banger. Now you get the commercial. Huge inning for the Red Sox. 5 runs, 5 hits. You can leave all the runners you want on now. They lead it 7-1. That's good to know. I'll keep that in mind. Red Sox 7 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Oakland 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. Red Sox had the bases loaded in the first and could not score if you joined us late. Dave Parker, a fielder's choice, gave the A's a 1-0 lead in the first. In the second, the Red Sox scored 2. Wade Boggs with the fielder's choice to tie the game, and then Jody Reed a fielder's choice to make it 2-1. Then the Red Sox just poured it on in the fifth. 9 batters to the plate, 5 runs on 5 hits. Dwight Evans an RBI single to make it 3-1. A Todd Benzinger double to make it 5-1. Larry Parrish made it 6-1, and Spike Owen made it 7-1. So Mike Smithson, a 2-hitter through 4, an earned run, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Storm Davis, his day should be done. 5 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs, all earned. He's walked 4 and struck out 3. Glenn Hubbard is 0-for-1 with a K. Ben says if we do the pitch by pitch, which I've done recently after someone fouls it off, it won't pull a tired pitcher. The line for Lelouch, yep. So we'll pull Davis if the computer doesn't for the 6th. Hubbard, ground ball to Reed. Jody in almost on the grass. Throws to Benzinger for the out. 1 away for Walt Weiss, who struck out his first time up. Right back to Smithson, third base side of the rubber, over to first. 2 out. For Louis Polonia, who was 1 for 2, he has stolen a base, scored, and struck out. 18 batters for Smithson, 77 pitches, 4 2/3, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts, and the run is earned. Smithson deals, and that's a base hit into center field. So Polonia with good speed is on with 2 out as Burks throws that back in. Only the 3rd hit for Oakland. Dave Henderson with an 11-game hitting streak has walked and struck out. He's 0-for-1. They'll throw to first. Polonia back. Henderson swings. That's into left. Back goes Greenwell, but Mike is there, and that will retire the side. So Davis's day is done. He'll find the shower. Rick Honeycutt coming in, a pitching change. This game coming to you from Oakland Alameda Coliseum, right off the 880. So bullpen of Palooza now. Rick Honeycutt, 34 years old, 44th appearance. He is, there's the switch. Honeycutt 5-0 with a 2.76 ERA. He is a fastball pitcher, 85, and a flyball pitcher. He last pitched 5 days ago against the Orioles in a 6-3 win, and he went 1 inning, 24 pitches, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earning a strikeout. So Honeycutt, 58 2/3, 57 hits, 21 runs, 18 earned. He's allowed 4 homers. He's walked 18 and struck out 37. It'll be Reed, Evans, and Greenwell here for the Red Sox in the 6th. Jody is 2 for 3. He has singled, tripled, driven in a run, and scored. That's a base hit in a right center field. Reed digging for 2, and he's in there with his 19th double. Now, somehow, if Jody Reed was to hit his first home run of the year, he'd have the cycle. There's Dwight Evans. Dewey's 2 for 3. He has singled twice, driven in a run, and scored. In the left center, back goes Henderson, and he'll make the catch, and Reed retreats back to the back. He's going for 3rd, and the throw just goes in the infield. You're down 6, why not? So here's Mike Greenwell. He has singled twice and walked and scored. Yeah, cycle alert. I don't think the game tells you that. I've had someone say, oh, did so-and-so hit for the cycle? Oh, they did? Pitch to Greenwell. Base hit left field. Polonia will grab it. Reed's going to score. Jody's having himself a ball game, and it's 8-1 Boston. So here's Ellis Burks. Ellis has walked scored and is 0 for 2. So Honeycutt is so far about as effective as Storm Davis. Ball 4. So 2 on, 1 out for Todd Benzinger. Todd has a double, drove home 2 in the 5th, struck out and scored. Gives a different meaning to the phrase. Riding the Schwinn. Yeah, that's true. Hassey says to Honeycutt, I've got dinner reservations, okay? Pitch to Benzinger. Fouled back behind the plate, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. Walked him. So the bases are loaded again. The Red Sox are storming through this one. Here's Larry Parrish. Larry 1 for 2. Has struck out, singled, and walked. He's driven in a run and scored. This time around, it's going to be over Lansford for a base hit. Greenwell will score. Burks will round third and score, maybe. Polonia's throw goes into the infield. And the Red Sox are up 10-1. These are the games that made 16-year-old me very happy. Spike Owen is 0 for 2. He has walked, driven a run, and scored. You kind of have to wonder if the Red Sox do win the division. They're not going to be the sitting duck that they were in real life, I don't think. Pitch to Owen. Line drive left field. That will hook. Foul. And someone from Oakland made that play. Count is full, 3-2. 1 out here in the 6th. Owen into right. Honeycutt's tired already. Canseco will make the catch. Benzinger at second will bluff. And there's 2 out for Cerrone, who's 1 for 3. Rick has singled and struck out. Honeycutt's a control pitcher, and he can't locate the plate. No, not a good... Okay there, Bob Starr. Not a good day for the Oaklanders. So Benzinger on second, Larry Parrish on first. Pitch to Cerrone. Ground ball, Honeycutt, third base side of the rubber over to McGuire, and that will do it. Red Sox leave on 2. They score 3 on 3 hits and no errors. Bottom of the 6th, 10-1 Boston. So Canseco, Parker, and McGuire. Yep. Bob Starr with a phrase, well struck. And the other thing is, whoever they were playing, and another base hit for the Torontonians. He was the perfect Southern California announcer that probably should have stayed in Southern California. He replaced Ken Coleman on Red Sox radio in 1990. I think he was there 2 years. And it just wasn't a good fit. Canseco, by the way, is 0 for 2. Smithson starts the inning. Fly ball to right. Evans, 1 out. No, I mean, it was the right... they needed someone with some gravitas there. And Starr actually worked the Red Sox before he went out west. It just is, he's no Will Fleming. Dave Parker is 0 for 2. He has driven in a run. That came in the 1st. It's a good thing it's not the Michigan Tigers, or it would be a base hit for the Michiganders. Got him. That's 6 for Smithson. 1-2 curveball in there for strike 3. So here's McGuire. Mark is walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Starr replaced Don Drysdale. Oh, I'm sorry. It was either him or Joe. Even with my glasses off, Budia. You had Joe Torre for a number of years. How is he as an announcer? Pitch to McGuire. Ground ball to Boggs. Wade has it, throws over to Benzinger, and that will retire the side. Through 6. Oakland goes in order. Gene Nelson coming in to pitch for Oakland. It's Boston 10, A's 1. So Gene Nelson, part of the weird AI that Oakland has done this year. He should not be closing out games. He saved 12. He's 3-6, a 3.03 ERA. 40th appearance. He's 28 years old. Fastball 89 and a ground ball pitcher. I made the switch so Eckersley should be getting saves. Now Nelson hasn't pitched in 3 weeks. He last pitched in a 4-3 loss to the Angels, where he went 3 innings, threw 52 pitches, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a homer, and a strikeout, and took the loss. 104 innings for Gene, I believe all out of the pen. 89 hits, 40 runs, 35 earned, 7 homers, 40 walks, and 64 strikeouts. Wade Boggs is 0 for 4, but he does have an RBI. In the left field, back goes Polonia down by the pole, and Louis there, 1 out. For Jody Reed, who is again riding a Schwinn, has a single, a double, and a triple. And he has a .3 chance of hitting a home run here. Nelson gave up 9 on the real year in 111 innings. Torrey was a great color commentator. He was a genius at calling pitch outs before they happened, and he always extended the virtues of Bob Boone, who was absolutely virtuoso behind the plate. One of the things that when Tim McCarver would call a game, and Jim Palmer too, especially in the 86 ALCS, it was Al Michaels and Jim Palmer, was they both raved about Bob Boone's ability to frame pitches. Pitch to Reed. Ground ball to third. That will not be a home run. Lansford throws to McGuire for the out. 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors for Boston. They've left on 8. As Dwight Evans steps in, 2 for 4, single twice, scored and driven in a run. Oakland, a run on 3 hits, no errors, and they've left on 4. Pitch to Dewey. Struck him out. Stretch time, 10-1 Boston. You can live with Boone's bat because of his defensive ability. Yep. It's one of the reasons why the Angels won the division when we did the 85 replay. And, of course, the Phillies, a big part of their World Series run in 80. How you doing, Andrew? Carney Lansford is 0 for 2. Smithson will get this inning and is 9 outs away from his 8th win of the year. Pitch to Lansford. Ground ball to Boggs. Wade waits, throws to Benzinger. 1 out. For Ron Hassey, who is 1 for 2. He's got himself 1 of the 3 hits. Louis Polonia has the other 2. Base hit left center field. Could have won some serious money on FanDuel if you had said Polonia and Hassey would have the only 4 hits for the A's. So here's Hubbard. Smithson's tank hit knee. Glenn is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Ground ball to Owen. This should be 2. Jody Reed for 1. Hubbard's going to reach as there is no throw. So 2 out for Walt Weiss. Walt is 0 for 2 with a K. Red Sox have pounded Oakland. We haven't had a home run in this game. Ground ball to Reed over to Benzinger. And that'll do it. So Smithson's going to go 7 and call it a night. And after 7, the A's get a hit, and they've left on 5. After 7, 10-1 Boston. So Greenwell, Burks, and Benzinger to face Nelson here in the 8th. Tomorrow, Royals and Twins at noon. And then Thursday, doubleheader. Royals and Twins again, Mets and Dodgers. Pitch to Greenwell. There's a ground ball to Weiss. Walt waits. That's a tongue twister and a half over to McGuire for the out. So one away for Ellis Burks. Ellis is 0 for 2. He has walked twice and scored twice. Speaking of former Angels, Lansford came up with them, was a fine player until the Red Sox got him, and an absolute steal. Let's see. It was that Freddie Lynn? It was Lansford, and they got Rick Miller back too. And Lansford would have been great on Boston, but their current third baseman kind of took that job away, Wade Boggs. Pitch to Burks. Ground ball to Weiss. A great play from his knees almost. Long throw to McGuire, and that's an out. So 2 out here for Todd Benzinger, who has a 2-run double. That came in the 5th. 1 for 3. He scored, walked, and struck out. Angels got Burleson and Hobson. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. For Carney Lansford, Rick Miller, and Mark Clear. Anytime Mark Clear threw, and the Red Sox knew then that they needed a closer, but Mark Clear never knew where the ball was going. Yep, I say the Red Sox got the better of that. And then the Red Sox turn around and trade Lansford for Tony Armas. Pitch to Benzinger. Fly ball to right. Canseco is there, and that'll take care of business in the 8th. They go in order. We're going to change the pitcher after 7.5. Red Sox 10, Oakland 1. So who can now go? It'll be Dennis Lamp. Wes Gardner will go tomorrow, then Bruce Hurst, and then Mike Boddicker. So this is Dennis Lamp's game. If he can get 6 outs, 2 and 4, a 3.54 ERA, making his 36th appearance. Mustache courtesy of Scott's masking tape and Groucho's magic marker. Dennis is 36, fastball at 83, and a ground ball plus pitcher. He last pitched on August 4th, so he hasn't pitched in a while. The Tigers beat him 8-2, 2 2/3, 41 pitches, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a homer, and 2 strikeouts. Dennis, 61 innings, 62 hits, 25 runs, 24 earned, 3 homers. He's walked 15 and struck out 35. So here's Louis Polonia. He started the game with a bunt single. He is 2 for 3. 2 singles, a stolen base, a run, and a strikeout. He drops one down again, and Wade Boggs just holds it. So Polonia, as the throw goes to first, has 2 bunt hits. He's 3 for 4 today, but they still trail by 9. Here's Hendu. He has walked and struck out. He's 0 for 2, 11-game hitting streak. Maybe the Angels fleeced the Red Sox back in the Freddie Lynn. I knew got Lynn and Steve Renko for Frank Tanana, Joe Rudy, and Jim Dorsey. Tanana could not pitch at Fenway, fly ball pitcher. Rudy was past his sell-by date, and I couldn't tell you who Jim Dorsey was. Is he related to Tommy in any way? Yep, some stat padding. There you go. They throw to first, and Benzinger puts a slap on the Polonia. And do swings. It's a 12-game hitting streak now as he punches that one into right for a base hit. So first and second, nobody out for Canseco, who was 0 for 3. Lamp deals, and that's into left for a base hit, so Lamp can't retire anybody. Greenwell picks it up. Polonia should score. They're going to throw the plate. Polonia is safe, but they tried to throw behind him, and it's 10-2. So there's still nobody out for Dave Parker, who was 0 for 3. He has struck out and driven in a run. 7th hit now for Oakland. Parker into center. Bergs goes back. should make the catch. Henderson goes back to second. Burks really doesn't care, throws it in, and Henderson stays put. So here's McGuire. Mark is a 7-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 2. Lamp deals. Struck him out. And 0-2 curveball. Got him. With a big lead. You don't want to be burning too many people in the pen. If Lamp can go the 2 innings, that's all gravy. Here's Carney Lansford. Carnage is 0 for 3. Lamp deals first and second. The runners, that's in the gap in right center. Burks did not get a good jump on that. Henderson scores. Canseco rounds third and scores, and Oakland makes it a 10-4 ball game. So Dennis Lamp not only can't find the plug, but he probably needs some hairball medicine right now. 2 out here in the 8th for Ron Hassey, who is 2 for 3. Base hit, and that'll do it for Lamp. So Lansford will round third and hold. So Dennis Lamp, who hadn't pitched in about a month, gets the hook. And you know things are bad if I'm bringing in Bob Stanley. Yep. The air sickness bag courtesy of America West Airlines. Flying you to destinations all through the Southwest. That's America West Airlines. Here's Bob Stanley. He is 5-2, the steamer. Yeah, because he always made me steamed as a kid. 5-2, a 3.77 ERA. His 48th appearance. Stanley is 34 years old. Fastball at 84. And just a ground ball pitcher. He last pitched in this series in a 6-5 loss where he took the loss. Of course he did. 2 innings, 37 pitches. That was Monday, by the way. 4 hits, an earned run. He walked 2 and struck out 1. So Stanley, 76 in the third. 82 hits, 36 runs, 32 earned, 5 homers. He has walked 31 and struck out 37. So 2 out here in the 8th. The A's have made this interesting. Hubbard is 0 for 3 with a K. Hassey on first, Lansford on third. Fly ball, left field. Greenwell watches that hook foul on a 2-2. The 2-2. Struck him out. 2-2 curveball swung on and missed. So in this rare case, Stanley helps you do things right. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. We've played 8. We got ourselves a convoy. 10-4, Boston, good buddy. Steaming up Red Sox fans since 1977. It's like you know me or something. So Larry Perry, Spike Owen, and Rick Cerrone face Nelson here in the 9th. Larry is 2 for 3. He has driven in 3 and singled twice. Walked and struck out. Popped up. Weiss on the grass. 1 out. For Spike Owen, who's 0 for 3. He has driven in a run, scored, and walked. Fly ball, left center. Henderson goes back. 2 out. And so Green Day is about to take a month-long nap because we can't wake them up until September ends. And September starts when this stream ends. Rick Cerrone is 1 for 4. He has singled and struck out. Into left center, Henderson rides the proper Schwinn, makes the catch, and that'll do. No runs, no hits, and no errors. After 8.5, Boston 10, Oakland 4. So it'll be Weiss, Poloni, and Henderson to face Stanley. Oakland needs 6 to tie and 7 for me to pull all my hair out. Weiss is 0 for 3 with a K. Right back to the steamer. Over to Benzinger for the out. Jerry Cheevers applauds that. 1 away for Polonia. Louis going to bunt here again. He's had 2 bunt singles today. He is 3 for 4. He has scored 2 of Oakland's 4 runs. He has stolen a base and struck out. Nope, popped up. Right side. The San Andreas out there for fall territory, and Benzinger can't get there. That's a big foul ball. So 0-2 the count. Struck him out. So Stanley is fan too. He got him on the curve. So last chance saloon for Dave Henderson. Hendu 1 for 3. He has scored a run, walked, and struck out. The Red Sox are about to win their 77th WABC win. Pitch to Hendu. Fly ball right field by the Pens. There's Dewey, and the ball game's over. And so the Red Sox go to 77-55. They have beaten the A's by the score of 10-4 in a game that took 3 hours and 59 fake minutes. 10-4 over and out. Boston 10 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. They left on 8. Jody Reed is going to be your MVP. 3 for 5, a triple and double. Oakland falls to 77-57. 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Mike Smithson goes to 8-5. He did pitch well. 7 innings, 4 hits. A run it was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 6. Lamp, well, he onto his own foot there. 2/3 of an inning. How many people are going to get that joke? 5 hits, 3 runs all earned, and a K. And Bob Stanley retired the last 4 in a row, including 2 strikeouts, 11 pitches. Storm Davis was stormed out. 5 innings to fall to 14-9. 9 hits, 7 runs all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 3. Honeycutt pitched like B.J. Honeycutt. In inning 3 hits, 3 runs all earned. And he walked 2. And Gene Nelson retired all 9 men he faced. Not too shabby. So the Red Sox are now a half game behind the Tigers, and Minnesota leads Oakland by 6.5. So the rest of this Wednesday in baseball, Toronto beats Milwaukee 5-3. Flanagan 14-10. August falls to 4-10. Dwayne Ward picks up his 8th save. Houston beats Chicago 7-1. Danny Darwin 7-10. Rick Sutcliffe 11-13. Ramirez 2 for 4, hits his 4th and drives in 3. Seattle beats the Yankees 5-2. Scott Bankhead 10-5. Rick Rhoden falls to 11-8. Steve Balboni 2 for 2, his 11th and drives in 2. Canseco, by the way, drove in his 100th in that game. I did not mention that. Atlanta 5-0 over St. Louis. Pete Smith 8-11. Scott Terry 9-4. One of the Smiths hit his 2nd and went 1 for 1. San Francisco 7, Philly 5. Scott Garrelt's 5-11. Steve Bedrosian falls to 4-7. Mike Aldretti 2 for 3, hits his 4th and 2 RBI. Sid Fernandez shuts out the Padres 5-0. He goes to 10-6. Andy Hawkins falls to 9-12. Dave Magadan 2 for 3, and Craig Jeffries gets called up. He can play in the playoffs for the Mets. They have won their 80th game of the year. Cincinnati beats Pittsburgh 4-2. Rob Murphy 5-5. Jim Gott 4-6. Sid Bream in the losing effort hits his 7th, goes 1 for 4. Dodgers beat the Expos up in Montreal 3-2. Brian Holton 6-6. Tim Burke falls to 4-6. Alejandro Pena picks up his 14th save. Twins don't gain any ground, but they do win. They beat Texas 3-1. Frank Viola 17-7. They're really going to play a 4-game series against the Royals and not have Frank Viola pitch. Paul Kilgus falls to 7-12. Tim Loudner 2 for 4 with his 10th. The Tigers' winning streak is over. Red Sox and Tigers are tied. Detroit had won 15 straight. White Sox beat them 4-1. Jack McDowell goes to 6-15. Jack Morris 13-13. Ozzie Guillen 3 for 4, a triple. Kansas City keeps pace with the Twins. They beat Cleveland 5-4. Jeff Montgomery 3-2. Gordon falls to 3-2. Jackson Bo hits his 21st. He goes 2 for 4. And last but not least, in a game between two teams that have gone nowhere, California 10, Baltimore 5. Kurt Fraser 9-10. Mr. Tibbs falls to 2-14. Mark McLemore 2 for 3 with 2 steals. Tomorrow, noon Eastern, the first of 4 between the Royals and the Twins from Minnesota. I'm Ron Jucken. thank you so much for watching, and we'll be with you tomorrow at noon and Thursday at 11:30. So long.